Hi, friends! Welcome to 2024's very first Ask Ashley. I'm Ashley, and in these lives, you guys can ask me your crochet business questions, and I will answer as many of them as I can in about 30 minutes. So if you have joined Ask Ashley's previously, you are used to the setup where I am doing the talking and Sierra is in the comment section giving you guys links, answering little quick questions that I might have missed, or helping you navigate things. Well, I am flying solo so far for the year of 2024. Sierra got a different full-time job where she goes into work each day now instead of working from home. So she will not be here for Ask Ashley's right now. I'm planning on changing the day that Ask Ashley will be on, maybe starting in February. I will let you know as soon as that gets closer so that Mackenzie can be here with me, and she will be here in person and here digitally in the comments section helping you guys out. But for right now, it is just me. I'm going to do my best to not miss any of your questions and answer as many of them as I can. I'm looking at them now. Good morning. Happy New Year. Hey, Waynell and Deborah. Anna, hello. I'm so happy you guys are able to join and tune in for Ask Ashley. I love these. And after Crochet Miss, we took like a break. So we haven't had Ask Ashley for the end of 2023. And it's been a hot minute, maybe 2 weeks. So it's been kind of weird. So I'm really glad that we are back and ready to ask questions and get the creative juices pumping and ready to start talking about how we're going to grow our businesses in 2024. So go ahead and start asking me your questions. We already have one. I have it starred, and I'm answering as many as I can in 30 minutes. We'll hang out till about 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to start with this question, and she says, I am a missionary serving abroad. I would love to sell my finished plushies on Etsy. I have heard that when Etsy finds out it is shipping from abroad, their account is shut down. I have never heard of this before. Etsy is an international platform. There are shops from all over the world that sell on Etsy with no issues. So I've not heard this. I think it's probably a lie or a myth. You could look into it a little bit further, but from my experience, this is not a thing. There's lots of people with Etsy shops all over the world. So I don't think that's it. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and read comments at the same time. But so Stephanie, you're probably Stephanie. You should be good to go. Now, if you're moving a lot, you'll have to update your address probably in at least the shipping for the return. But when you set your shop up, you will put what country that you're in, and you need to put the country that you are in currently. So don't say that you're in the US if you're living in Turkey at the moment. And then if you move to the US, you can go back in and change that information so Etsy knows. You could reach out to support and ask them how to do that. I've never had to do that before. I've always lived in America. I have changed my shipping address because I've moved houses, but I've always been in America. So you would have to probably reach out to support if it's not like a simple find just in your Etsy settings. Thank you for your question, Stephanie, and getting us started off with a bang here for my first question of 2024. Anna says she needs a sample of covers for KitchenAid mixers, and I haven't seen any of those. But if you go to Pinterest and search crocheted KitchenAid mixer covers, I'm sure you will find a ton of beautiful patterns that you can use to make your own KitchenAid covers. Deborah says, for seasonal items in my Etsy shop, what do you recommend for post-holidays inventory? Is it possible to edit the number of items available? Should I make it on non-auto renew? Okay, so for seasonal items, the mindset behind seasonal items is they are temporary. Get it while the getting's good, because once the season is over, these items are no longer available until next season. So that creates a sense of urgency in the hearts of your customers and the minds of your customers. So they think, oh, I better buy this now, or I'm not going to get the chance to buy it until next year. That's a long time away. So for seasonal things, if they didn't sell in the season and you still have product on hand, you can do a couple different things. You can put them on clearance like Hobby Lobby does if you would like to do that. That wouldn't be my go-to. If you have the space in your home or office or wherever it is to store these things until next year, that's what I would do, because then you've already started on your Christmas or whatever holiday it is prep for the next year. If you have the space to do that. If you do not have the space and you need to get rid of them, I would suggest running a sale or clearancing them out on Etsy. If you are going to store them, deactivate the listings on Etsy. Auto renew just means if for the 20-cent listing fee. So every 3 months, maybe 2, your Etsy listing will expire and then you have to pay the listing fee again. And if you set it up to auto renew, it will just automatically relist that thing for you every 3 months or 2 months if it hasn't sold yet. But for a seasonal item, that's not a statement piece in your shop, I would do what I said previously. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that makes sense. Feel free, Deborah, to pop in follow-up questions below, and I will try to expand on that answer for you. You're welcome, Stephanie. Okay. Okay. Ariel says, what are your tips for keeping viewers engaged with your post? Is posting once per day still what we should aim for? So, Ariel, I do not spend a lot of my time deep diving into the techie. I focus my business on serving my ideal customer. And then I try to do as best as I can with the techie to like stay alive socially or whatever, digitally alive. But I don't spend like hours and hours trying to like deep dive into algorithms and all the techie. So I don't know what the perfect number of posting is. But if you are serving your ideal customer well, I try to post every single day so that she does not forget who I am and that I am able to serve her every day in some way, big or small. Some of my posts are just for entertainment purposes, and some of them are tips that can help you grow your business or reach your ideal level of success. Some of them help you organize your space, and some of them just try to make you giggle. Like it's a very broad range of types of posts that I make, but all of them are very specific to my ideal customer, which is a crochet business owner that sells finished pieces. And I try to post every day because I imagine it's like my ideal customer is my best friend, and I want to talk to her every day. So that's how I kind of do it in my mind. Is there other ways to do it? Is there more fancy algorithm specific ways? Probably. If I was an Instagram coach, like I taught you only social media, I would probably spend my time doing that. But I am a small business owner educator, so there's a bigger picture. So I can't really just hone in on that one specific aspect. There's probably people that do that also. So if you wanted to search around on Instagram, I'm sure you can find some more techie people that know like really, really intricate details about social media. But for me, I just try to serve my ideal customer as best as I can. That is how I run every area of my business. Does this serve my ideal customer? If not, I'm not doing it. So hopefully that was helpful. With keeping them engaged, you have to, the best thing to do to keep people engaged in your social posts is to have a hook to draw them in. If I started a face talking reel and I was like, hey, crocheters, you'd be like, oh, I'm a crocheter. That's me. Or if I got in a little bit deeper and was like, hey, crochet business owners, or are you getting ready for spring markets coming up? Like spring crochet markets coming up, like very specific. And then in your mind, you'd be like, oh yes, that's me. And then you're interested and you want to keep listening and see what I have going on. There are techie tricks that I've been seeing all over. Right now, the biggest one is people are trying to loop their videos. And they put text on the screen. So it takes like 2 sessions to read the whole text. Or they put pop-up text for just a second and then it goes away and then you got to rewatch it so you can try to read the rest of it because you didn't get it all. Or they lead you to go read the information in the caption. So they draw you in with this stellar hook and they might say, have you ever wanted to do X, Y, and Z? I'm going to show you how to do it in the caption. And then you let that video just play on repeat while you're reading the caption. And that tells the algorithm, oh, this video is so awesome. Show it to more people in the algorithm. So that's one of the tricks that I've been seeing fairly recently that are everybody's go-to. So that's something that you could try if you wanted to try to like have a little bit of an oomph, I guess, in your algorithm juice. That the looping is seems to be everybody's go-to right now. Another thing that you can do to keep your viewers engaged is end your caption or your video with a call to action of some sort. Give them a way to easily respond to what you just said. Which one is your favorite? What have you done to fix this problem? I need help with X, Y, and Z. What's your suggestion? People love to give their suggestions. People love to give their advice. People love to give their opinions. If you can create a call to action in your post that inspires them to tell you their opinion or give advice or choose or something in the comments, something that's very specific. Don't just be like, tell me about your day. That's not specific. That's very overwhelming. I'd be like, I don't have time to tell you about my day. I got other stuff to do. But if you said, what did you have for breakfast? I could be like, cinnamon rolls. Done. Going about my day. So you make it specific, make it easy to respond, make it ideal customer specific to the person that you're trying to sell your things to. Because if you sell things to teachers and then all of a sudden you're making a post to nurses, that's not going to help you reach your ideal level of success. That might help you pull in a whole bunch of nurses to your following, but if you don't sell anything for nurses, it's not going to help you grow your business. It's not going to help you make more money. So it's really, truly not worth your time. So hopefully that was kind of a lot. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you, Ariel, for your question. Anna says, what types of items seem to be good sellers? So, Anna, I get this question a lot, and I always answer it the same way, and it's probably not what you're asking for. The best sellers for you is going to be, or are going to be, the products that your ideal customer needs you to make them. Everybody's best sellers are going to be different based on who their ideal customer is, based on the level of income their ideal customer has, based on the color palette that you choose to use. All of these things are going to vary by person. They will be as unique as you are from each other, different people. Your businesses will be just as unique as the person that runs the business is. And your ideal customer will be drawn into you like a magnet because you're serving her very well through every single thing that you do. The words that you use, the mannerisms that you use, mannerisms that you use, the colors, the patterns you decide to add, the product line that you have, the yarn that you use, all of these things will attract a specific type of person for a very specific reason. And you need to serve her well with the product line that you build. So your bestseller is going to be different than my bestseller is going to be different than their bestseller. If your ideal customer is a millennial girl mom and she has a baby girl, then you're going to want to sell baby girl things that millennials are attracted to, like in colors that millennials are typically attracted to, drawn into. And that's going to be what you sell. But if a college student is creating a business selling rainbow keychains, your millennial girl mom will not care nothing about no rainbow keychains. No plushy, kawaii animal, rainbow key. She doesn't care. She is too busy. She does not want anything extra on her keys. She's got her hands full already, carrying all the stuff that she has to carry. Adding a big chunky keychain to her keys is not at all going to serve her. She's not going to buy that. So just because these people buy keychains doesn't mean your people will buy keychains. So you need to create a product line very specific to who your person is. I teach this inside of Crochet Boss Academy, my signature course that goes live once a year. This one will be going live. I believe it's in May. I wrote it down 6,000 times and I can't remember. I believe it's in May is when the doors will open back up. But you can go to www.crochetbossacademy.com for more information. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you, Anna, for your question. Okay, thank you. I didn't realize I could unactivate my listings if it does not have a negative impact on my stats. I will probably do that. Is it possible to reactivate them? Yes. So Deborah, when you go into your Etsy listings, go click on the listing and there should be options called active, sold out, disabled, I think, deactivated. Deactive. There's a couple different ones, but you can just click that button, which means take it out of my shop temporarily, and it shouldn't affect anything. If it's doing well and you're getting a ton of sales on that one, maybe don't take it out yet. Like even if it's still Christmas ornaments and people are still buying them like hotcakes, ride that train for as long as you can and then deactivate the listing and then go back in and reactivate it in the future when you're ready to sell them again. I've been making coffee cozies and Ashley's puff stitch hat for January. What else should I make, or what else would sell well online? Very good question. Hooked on love. I will refer back to what I said to Anna about ideal customer. I will tell you that there is a very good resource that you can have for free called the 2024 Content Calendar, and you can find it, the digital version, for free. I might have it. It's a craftyconcept.com/content calendar. But this is the printed version, and I will put a link for that as well. But if you go to January, there's free. The free version is digital. The printed version is paid. But if you go here to January and you look at this page right here, the trends, the action step, the marketing themes, this is going to tell you what people are thinking about in January. And then you can go deeper and say, how can I serve people, my people? So your people, millennial girl moms and college students, are still having the same basic mindset and trends of January. New year, new me, getting things organized, setting fitness goals or healthy goals, whatever. Everybody's doing that thing, those kinds of things right now this time of year. What you need to do is think, how can my products help them do these very specific things for this time of year? All of this is inside of the 2024 content calendar. There's one for every single month. This is the best resource that you can get to help you know what to talk about each month. And then I also tell you in the up next section what you're going to be doing next, so you can be planning ahead of time and be a little bit ahead of the curve. By the time the people catch up with you, you already have products made and you're ready to go. Here is the link to get the printed version, which is on Amazon. Can't remember how much it is. I let go of information as soon as I no longer need it. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. So social media stresses me out too, Ariel. The best thing to do is just act like you're talking to your best friend and talk to her every day. Catch up with her, see what she's doing. My favorite thing to do for social media is Instagram stories. Even if for some reason I'm not able to post on a day, I'm still up in my stories. I use my Instagram stories almost like a vlog, basically, every day. Just sharing behind the scenes. And the experts now, the social media people, are saying that that is going to be really hot in 2024, that Instagram's going to be pushing it and people are going to be eating it up. And that's what I've been doing ever since Instagram stories came out. So hopefully came out. So hopefully it all goes well in that area. Leanne says, I bought your calendar. Looking forward to getting started. Have had my grandson here this first week of the year, so I haven't had a chance to dive in yet. It will be there when you are ready. Thank you, Anna. I'm so glad you found it helpful. Renee said, I just did a short video of my craft show of my unique crochet handmade hats, and I put my business name, which is Renee's Crochet Boutique. Very cool. Love it. Let's see. I make handmade crochet hats. Is that a good item to sell as I make them for preemies? Absolutely, Renee. If hats are selling well for you, go for it. Sell as many hats as you can. Okay, this is a very good question. How many items should you have before you open an Etsy account? You can open an Etsy account with one item. Etsy likes it for shops to be active. And one way to show Etsy your shop is active is by uploading new products regularly. So if you want to create an Etsy shop and you want to have 10 products, that's a lot more than 10 listings. But let's say you want to have 10 listings. Post one every other day until you get all 10, instead of posting all 10 at the same time, because that's going to help you space it out while you're still creating more listings in the future, to give you some time to keep staying active, instead of doing all 10 at once and then not doing anything for 2 or 3 months. Etsy's not going to like that. The algorithm is not going to like that. So how many do you have to open? You just have to have one. And it also is going to depend on your business model. There are other Etsy professionals or Etsy gurus that will tell you you should have a certain number of listings. I don't know that part, the techie with the algorithm. Like, does the algorithm love a specific number? I don't know. I would assume most people that are saying that are probably kind of just guessing a little bit. They might have done a little bit of like, well, this shop seems to have this many and this shop seems to have many. I like a full shop. I like the more things that you have listed in your shop, the more options you have to show up in search results. I like to have a decent product line where the different products serves my ideal customer well. But is there a magic listing number that makes your Etsy shop stand out before others? I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. But you want a full shop, meaning you have a product line, a complete product line and a complete range of colors, and each product is offered in all of those colors that you have. And you have statement pieces that stay in your shop year round, and you can throw in some seasonal things if you're feeling spicy in the different seasons. That's my advice for that. Good question. Oh, I don't need that banner there. Okay. The next one, it says, okay, you're welcome, Deborah. Okay, Krista says she watched my Etsy videos, but she's struggling with sales. How do keywords work? She sells made-to-order plushies. So, Krista, I go over this in detail inside of Crochet Boss Academy. I put the link in the comments already. It's just crochetbossacademy.com. But we go it very deep in Crochet Boss Academy. But the overview is a keyword is a searchable phrase that a human being will go to Etsy.com and type into the search box. You want your product to show up when people are searching for the thing that you sell. You need to use the words that your ideal customer will use. I bet you money that your ideal customer will not look for amigurumi crochet plushie keychains. They don't know the word amigurumi. I barely know the word amigurumi. They're not going to look for that. They're going to look for words that they know and use. So don't use any jargon, like crochet jargon. Use words that your ideal customer is going to be using. Yesterday in my stories, I put up a poll and I showed a picture of, I showed a picture and then the sticker that I made from the picture. And I said, I put up a little questions box and I said, if you were searching for this on the internet, what would you type? And I got a whole bunch of people telling me exactly what they would type in the search box. And the biggest one that they kept saying was how to turn a picture into a sticker, how to turn a picture into a sticker, how to turn an image into a sticker, how to turn a photo into a sticker. But most people were saying how to turn a picture into a sticker. So when I write my blog post for how to turn a picture into a sticker, that's going to be the title of my blog post. It's very specific to what they are actually searching. And then when people go to Google and they type in how to turn a picture into a sticker, my blog post is going to show up because I use the exact phrasing that they told me that they would use if they were searching that on Google. Etsy is the same thing. If you sell little plushy keychains, you need to figure out what your people would search when they're looking for that. You can use descriptive keywords, but there's also seasonal keywords that you could use, like gifts for mom or gifts under $30 or gifts for college kids, graduation gifts, like things like that you can use if applicable to your product and the season. Hopefully that was helpful. What else did she ask me about Etsy? Keywords work. Okay. Another thing that you might be struggling, reason depends on how many listings do you have? How many plushies do you have available to be purchased? And are you using very specific keywords for each of those plushies? If you have a duck plushie, use a bunch of duck plushie keywords. If you have a turtle, use a bunch of turtle specific keywords. And then it helps very much if you know who your ideal customer is, who are buying your plushies and how are they using them. Maybe it's a whole bunch of moms and they're buying plushies as nursery room decor and you have no idea because you don't know your ideal customer well. Figure this, you can look at your 5-star reviews and see what words that they're using. Maybe they say this is so perfect for my nursery. If 3 or 4 people have said that, maybe that's your niche. That's where you need to be hanging out, is nursery decor via your plushies. And so then you would say duck nursery decor, turtle nursery decor. You can add these keywords in once you know your ideal customer well and you know what she's looking for. Hopefully that was helpful. Krista, keep pecking at it. Keep figuring out your ideal customer. Know her like you know the back of your hand. And I teach all of this inside of Crochet Boss Academy. We dive in very, very deeply to finding your ideal customer and knowing her well. And we dive in very, very deeply to setting up your Etsy shop for success and learning how to do keywords very, very well. All of that is inside of Crochet Boss Academy. Doors open, I believe, in May. You're welcome. Hooked on Love. Can I get the link? I'm not sure which link you were needing, Stephanie. If you let me know, I'll try to pop it in the comments for you. Renee, it's going to depend on what you sell and who you sell it to. I would suggest doing research on Etsy as a platform. You can also just Google things, and you can check Pinterest as well. Okay, I saw your one on pricing, but micro doesn't seem to fit that pricing plan. How do you deal with super? So for pricing, it's going to be the same no matter what business that you have. Your products should be priced in a way that serves your ideal customer well and that is worth your time. Those two things need to hold hands. They need to meet in the middle, if you will. So if you saw my previous pricing, Ask Ashley's, it applies to you as well. You just need to make sure that there is a human being, a group of human beings that are your ideal customer that are interested in what you are selling. That can be an issue. If you are selling something that nobody wants to buy, the market is telling you this is not a hot item, maybe you need to tweak your product line, because maybe it's not a price issue, maybe it's a product line issue. You're just not creating products that they need that solve a problem for them or raise their quality of life in some way. Now, for most people, your ideal customer is out there, and she is currently waiting for you to create the perfect product line so that her needs can be met. But if you have something that's crazy off the wall, it's maybe not very many people want that. It depends on this is very hard to say. It's a very hard, because I'm going to be making a lot of people second guess. This is a 1%, less than 1%. Okay. The thing that you would be selling. I mean, what if you sold crocheted, caps, like a little cover that went on top of a very specific, expensive, not many people have it tool, like a screwdriver, but it's a fancy one. Okay. Not very many people have this screwdriver, but you want to sell covers for that screwdriver. It's not a very good marketing plan. Could you do it? Yes. Could you? Maybe that screwdriver is $1,000, and all of the people who own that screwdriver are billionaires, and they would love a different case to protect their fancy screwdriver. You could do that, but you would need to find them and talk to them on a regular basis so that they know who you are and that they know what you sell. You could do it. You can always do it no matter what, but it might just be harder depending upon the product line that you go with. Yes, I have. Ask your audience how they would search for a particular thing. My pleasure, Rhonda. It worked for me. I hope it works for you. What are the key things you must have at a launch? I'm concerned I'll miss something or not have all my ducks in a row. So do you mean like a product launch, or are you launching your Etsy shop for the first time ever, like a business launch? Or do you mean like a course launch? If you're meaning a grand opening for your business, what do you need to have? You need to have all of your social medias set up. You need to have a little bit of content already on there so people can go like binge a little bit after they find you for the first time. And then you need to have your Etsy listing set up. You need to have all of your listings set up properly. You need to have your shipping set up to where you can easily print and ship your shipping labels and get their orders out as fast as you can. So having your social media set up and having your Etsy shop fully set up would be the top two most important things. Because if you have one without the other, if you have your social media set up and you're like, I'm selling these things now, and everyone's like, oh, I want to buy one. And you're like, oh, my shop's not open yet. You're going to lose a lot of sales. And by the time your shop is open, they have bought it from somebody else or no longer want it or have completely forgotten. And then the other way around, if you open your Etsy shop and someone finds you via the Etsy search box and then they want to learn more about you before they make a purchase, if you don't have any social media content posted, they can't look you up. They can't see if your morals and values align with theirs. They can't see what types of posts that you make, how you talk in your captions, the different pictures that you share of that product doing different things throughout daily life that might not be listed in your product photos. They need both of those two things. So I would say Etsy shop and social media set up with content ready to go. That would be the first thing that I would make sure that I had. Everything else is you learn as you go. You learn as you grow, okay? Email list, Pinterest marketing strategy. What else? Maybe you wanted to create like different types of videos that you're not prepared to do yet. All of that stuff will come with time. The more that you learn, the more that you tune into things like this, the more that you listen to business podcasts and search things on Google and search things on TikTok, then the algorithm is going to show you more of what it was you were searching. You're going to learn, you're going to take in all this information, and your business is going to grow a little by little every single day. So just keep doing what you're doing, keep being curious, keep like looking for solutions, and you will find them, and you will find them quickly, and your business will grow. Okay, friends, we are at the 30-minute mark. So launching business for first time ever. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Charity, I'm so glad that you're here. I don't have time to answer your question, but I did want to give you an update on your content calendar. The shipping says by January 10th. I was hoping to have already had them by now. I can't give you this one because I marked all up in it. But hopefully by January 10th, I have your address on a sticky note on my computer. And as soon as it gets here, I will package it and get it out the door the same day so that it goes out the very next morning. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Quick little answer. I do Vistaprint for all of my business cards, and I design everything on Canva. So hopefully that was helpful. No, you're not. I don't know how old you are, but no, you are not. Nobody is too old to start an Etsy shop. Okay, friends, thanks for being here and hanging out for our very first Ask Ashley of 2024. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to share these things in with your crochet friends, not your ideal customer, but your crochet friends, whether that's in private chats or Facebook groups or wherever you hang out with your crochet people. Let them know about Ask Ashley so they can join us next week, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be our Ask Ashley every Wednesday for the month of January. We might be mixing it up in February. I will let you know as soon as I know. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope your New Year's has gotten off to a positive, wonderful, beautiful start. And I will see you over on Instagram and all things until I see you again here on Wednesday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good day. Oop.